You want to hear something funny? I so it's Tuesday. It's Tuesday. I was feeling kind of burnt out already. I don't know. Just there's some, just general kind of waves of life shit and blah. So I'm feeling a little bit burnt out. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna not do any video stuff today. That was the initial plan coming home. Anyway, was that I was like, okay, I'm just gonna take today off and just kind of mosey around and do nothing. And I have a problem with watching productivity YouTube videos or like betterment YouTube videos. Shocker. I mean, it's kind of the fucking shit I make anyway. I mean, it's half the ideas that I have for YouTube videos are like betterment videos. Anyway, point being, I just watched a 34-minute long video of this guy streaming on Twitch. I'm guessing he must be a psychologist or a therapist to some degree. I don't actually never watched his content before. Let me check. I can probably find his thing somewhere. I think he is technically a doctor, so so I think yes. I think he is a therapist of some kind. Anyway, he was answering a user submitted question about how to manage like the ups and downs of creative bursts. Like you get super creative and you like just fucking plow shit down and just like put hours upon hours into something, and then a month goes by and you're like you can't do anything anymore. Like, so that's the question. He basically goes on to explain that it is merely a matter of controlling that explosion over a long period of time. So like limiting yourself to only doing so much per session, as opposed to like, sitting down and spending 8 hours on something all in one go, simply because you had the creative burst for it right then, And in my mind, I'm like, oh, that actually makes a lot of sense. And he starts talking about habits and routines and like how, if you're only giving your, if you're an impulsive person, which I am an impulsive person. If you're an impulsive person, giving into creative bursts with tons of creative time is just giving into your impulses. And so you run out and you give up. And that's what you do. And that's been my life. Sorry, I was going to check to see if he's actually a doctor. It's Healthy Gamer GG. That's okay. That doesn't really help me. It says he's a doctor. I don't know. I guess I can accept that on surface level. Anyway, what he was saying made sense, though. He was essentially saying to instead commit to a schedule and only do it for a small period of time every day, or however often your schedule is, and utilize that to then start building habits and allowing your brain to help you to sustain habits, as opposed to burning through all of your energy quickly, extending it and delaying the gratification and removing the sort of satisfactory elements to it, completing something, for example, and it's interesting. I had saved it for my watch later, like, I don't know, a couple months ago, probably. So I finally watched it because I was like, I think I saved something in my watch later that I wanted to watch. Turns out, yeah. And part of me is making me feel like, because I mean, the first video is about the psychology of habits versus routines, and there is a lot of science or I guess studies that have been done that I read that do basically back that up, that like, it's a matter of creating a system that you can stick to, that isn't too much. Except that what he was talking about was more specifically towards creativity, whereas what I was reading about was more about like chronic illness related stuff, and like how to introduce better health habits in your life that can help mitigate your chronic health issues. So anyway, point being, so I feel like I want to scrap the entire fucking video, but I probably won't. I probably am just going to refilm the last part. Because now that I'm in the back end of it, like, the reason I wanted to make it a habit the reason I wanted to make YouTube videos again was to try to make it a habit of making YouTube videos. And I really can't do that if I'm expending everything of myself every week to try to keep up with a video a week and try to reach some insane goal of 52 videos in 2023. I mean, sure, I can do these videos, 52 of these, no problem, maybe. but to make great videos that I think are some of the best examples of something that I could make inside of the constraints of a YouTube video. Like, I'm not like trying to make a, directorial debut. I'm just trying to make like really well done YouTube videos. So if that's my goal, if my goal is to make really well done YouTube videos, it's going to take more time than what I can give per week without really fucking crushing my soul. As this editing process and everything has gone to show me already. I mean, the pre-production was probably 5 hours. The writing and then the formatting and then everything like that, the planning to film was probably about 5 hours. Filming itself was probably only like 2, maybe 3. And then editing so far, I'm like maybe a third of the way done with post-production. Not even. Like a sixth of the way done with post-production, and I'm already like 5 hours. So obviously the level that I'm trying to attain here is way, way more than 52 videos. Or way less, I guess. I can't do 52 videos. It's just not going to be possible. And I did film me specifically saying that in the video, that my goal was 52 videos for 2023. So I just feel like it's kind of funny that now, like, already at the back end of editing the first one, I'm like, oh, that's not going to fucking happen. Even if I do, like, succeed at making it a habit even, or a part of my routine. So the point of this video is to say that this shit is fickle. This shit is real fickle. But yeah, I think I'm going to have to refilm a little bit of this because I definitely don't think 52 videos is fair. I think 12 would probably be fair. 12 really good videos would be an amazing achievement, I think. I mean, that would have been the case from the get-go, and I stressed that I likely wouldn't meet the 52 video point in the video, so I could just release it as is, but I feel like I want to go backwards a little bit and change 52 to something else, for one. And then two, I outlined my plan of attack, which is kind of just like my psychological stuff of like how I'm going to support myself in this time. But yeah, maybe making that a bit more specific, perhaps, because I do kind of leave it a little bit wishy-washy. Like, I have like no set day for completion, write a little bit every day, allow myself to make videos about easier topics. And some of these things are kind of outside of the point, I guess. Just mind you, this should be indicative of the kind of person that I am, that all of this is coming on just from watching a 30-minute video from a dude talking about how to make creativity a part of your life. And I mean, he's not wrong. Like, if you want to be an artist, like, you just got to draw all the time. Like, all the time. Every day. Or every other day. Or something. Over a very, very, very long period of time. And you'll get better. Like, that's just how it is. that's how the brain works. And yeah. So I'm very tempted to pull this backwards and like do it all over again and just like maybe pick something else or just not even talk about my plan for YouTube videos. I mean, I still want to make YouTube videos, that's for sure. I still want to do it, still want to commit myself to it. I'm still excited about figuring out my stuff and my style and trying to find a place for myself in this realm, but and actually making it a habit to where I could actually do this for years, because I do really enjoy it. But I think I still am starting off on the wrong foot here. It was interesting. I'll link the video that I watched down below. It was a good video. I mean, he literally just streams on Twitch and answers people's questions that he like submitted on Reddit, and so he just like breaks them down into pieces and then uploads them to YouTube. So hence a 30-minute video. It was probably like a 4-hour live stream on Twitch, and he like, sits there and like writes out all the problems and like different things and stuff, and it was interesting. But yeah, I mean, it still comes down to the fundamentals of like, I don't have the discipline. But what he was saying was that it was the main problem that people find or figure out is that they have these bursts of creative energy, but they don't have the discipline to keep them going. And he says, while you may think that the creative burst of energy is a good thing and the lack of discipline is a bad thing, actually both of them are a bad thing, because if you are merely just creating when you have the creative bursts, you are giving into your impulses, as opposed to sticking with a more siphoned routine of like, only allowing yourself to do so much every day. Because if you do that consistently over a long period of time, that is when your brain starts taking over and allowing things to become a bit more automatic, and things get easier, like, going into the gym and eating healthy and things like that. Like, it doesn't start by massive change all of a sudden. It starts by small little tiny baby steps that like accumulate into actual progress. Sorry, I'm like not breathing. But I am glad that I'm making these videos, though, even though they're just me whining mostly. At least making this a habit would be interesting. I could be like, oh, I have fucking years of video blogs that I can go back and look at. And let me tell you, these are much easier than like traditional vlogging, where like you like film your whole day and like chop it up and make it fun. No, this is not supposed to be fun. This is boring. And yeah, so anyway, I just wanted to say that because has it been just a day since I uploaded a video to this channel? It could be just a day. Either way, I'm interested in spending the time needed to make the video right. But also the video that I just watched is making me feel like I should take a different approach to the first video, or just skip this first video altogether. I don't know. I think it's fine enough. The topic and the stuff. Just the last part I could maybe refilm just for the heck of it, because yeah, 52 videos is not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. Plus, that would just be really mean to myself, honestly. I don't know. If I was doing simpler videos, if I was trying to not make like really good stuff every time, or didn't have the desire to do that, like, it wouldn't be so difficult. But I mean, obviously this process is turning into a 20-hour sort of ordeal. And if it's a 20-hour ordeal, well, that's definitely not going to be happening weekly. How much am I supposed to work? 80 hours a week? I don't think so. I don't think so. That's just asking for disaster. So, this might sound a little bit like the last video. So, it's what it is. It is what it is. I don't know what to say about it exactly. But I'm not drinking, so there's that. That's a nice bonus. So I think I will spend a little bit of time tonight and see if I can maybe rough out a bit of a different plan of attack section of the video, and then see if I like that enough to refilm it, or maybe I'll just stick with it and finish this one as is and try again better next time. I don't know. Anyway, I hope you're having a good week. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff I gotta do. So, trying to keep a level head. I was gonna make a video about that on this channel, talking about trying to maintain a level head, and that's interesting in how that video kind of relates with that idea, because like I had all that sort of like New Year energy and blah blah blah, and like yeah, he's basically saying like, bro, you gotta bring it all the way down here. You know, you gotta like pull it all back. You don't want to be pushing it all out at once. You want to like really contain it into like tiny little bits and pieces. So maybe that's the, I mean, if the end goal, regardless of if I make something good or not, if the end goal is to make making videos a habit, then obviously the main thing to do right now is to just focus on consistently working on them, and you know, cramming and stuff like that. Like, I'm not in high school. I'm like, these are all just fake things that I'm pushing on myself. Like, oh, I gotta do once a week and blah blah blah. You know, it's so if the emphasis is making a habit, then really all I need to do is just spend a little bit of time every day, or almost every day, on working on them. And if that's the case, then, you know, doesn't sound so bad. Obviously, it might be more like 12 videos, but if it's 12 really good videos, then that sounds awesome. And I bet you I'll learn quite a bit along the way, too. Especially about if I even, like, want to make YouTube videos. Like, maybe I'll, you know, get a couple in and I'll be like, okay, this sucks. I don't want to do this no more. But, again, it's kind of not allowing enough time for it to become a habit, so. Same thing with fucking going to the gym. Like, I would love to make going to the gym a habit. I did it for, like, a month last year. It was fine. It just sucks. Like, I liked it. I liked the way I felt. Working out felt so great. I don't know why no one told me that working out felt so great afterwards. Like, shit was euphoric. But, like, I don't even understand. So, for that not to be a habit any longer of mine just goes to show that I maybe overdid it, or just, you know, I don't know. I didn't show up enough. I didn't walk in there and try to spend 5 minutes on a treadmill. I don't know. Psychology's weird. The human brain is weird. But it seems as though giving into your impulses is the wrong direction. And I am an extremely impulsive person, and I've been giving into my impulses for the majority of my life. And I'm still trying to go backwards and make that less of a problem. But it's a lot of work. It's a lot of fucking work. Anyway, I appreciate you watching this. I think that's it. I think that's all I got. This video is long enough. It's a 20-minute video. It's long enough. We're good. I'll see you next time on this wonderful ranty YouTube series I'm continuing. And hopefully by then I will have some good takeaway for you. Who knows? Okay. Yeah. I'll probably get better at this as time goes on too. Just so you know. Maybe. Maybe not. Okay. Bye-bye.